That is true, you won't be able to hear me because I didn't turn this slider up. Now it should be fine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well we've got GSR Caesar in here, never seen him before, but we'll see if he can implement his own Veni Vidi Vici in order to succeed in this race, we shall see. Didn't expect to pull out the Latin on Coleslaw Cup, but you know what? That's what we're here for. Ryan Mods with provisional pole. Pietro Fittipaldi goes P2. Alright. Welcome everybody to Coleslaw Cup, also known as the Willans podcast. Because that's basically what we've got. Fried Cheeto is out. Who are these people, man? I've got no idea, but look at this. We've got 20 people in the lobby. I've got more energy because the race is an hour early now because of time zones. Woo. We're cooking right now. We're cooking. Is everything okay? The stream, video, the audio? Apart from the fact that my face is on it, but there we are. Probably made that a little bit small actually. I think I made it larger for whatever reason last time. Bang. Minzy. Season has invalidated. It is Dace's birthday today. It's a fun fact. I'm still going to bully him, but I'll at least say happy birthday before I do it. Saiyans Forever Racing W crosses the line. Up to P3, the AlphaTauri team going strong already. Of course, Say hopped in the booth for a couple of races last season. He's now since taken the step down from distinguished commentating gentleman to racing ruffian. Got Palmer. He's up into P1. Lanzy's in P4. Shreya in P5. Taylor in P6. Yeah, how is everybody this fine Wednesday night or Thursday morning for myself? How are we all? Lanzy's doing well because he's up on his time by almost 0.2 of a second. I'm doing great because I've got myself some Tropical Blast. Lanzy's instead hits, which is the Aldi version of Lilt. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. I do love that shit. It's always the sugar-free stuff that's the sweetest as well. Caesar goes P10. You won't be getting yourself across the Rhine with that sort of time. P10 for Caesar. That's a wrap. I know it's not actually Caesar, like Kazar, C-A-E-S, but you know, we move. We'll take it. Ray Bozo. The DRS open down the straight, where Leclerc and Vettel did funny Ferrari things a few years back. That's some good shit. You can really taste the lack of quality ingredients. It's very nice. Uh-oh. 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 That looked a lot like a block to me. Wembanyama, bro, in the penultimate corner. What's going on? I'm going to see crosses the line. Doesn't stay tight to the left-hand side, which I think does lose you time, but I think he's on outlap actually, so who cares? Dace is still eating his birthday cake in the garage. I had pasta, meatballs and garlic bread for my dinner today. Didn't eat the pasta, but I ate the meatballs and the garlic bread because of course. You got to. Oh no. Hey, don't come on, my mate. He heard somebody on the grass wanted a t-shirt. Off he went. Coleslaw about to cross the line to conclude his qualifying lap. Can he improve? Well, he can't improve his position. Does improve by 0.2 of a second, but Not enough to have any real tangible impact for the time being. That looked like a corner cut, but it wasn't, so we move. How is my week? You know, I always book Thursday mornings off of work because of this. But as a bozo, I must have hit the wrong day on the thing, because I got Friday morning off, which I've got no, like, but I'm in Thursday morning, which is a heavy one. Yeah, that's a thing. I'm going to be very tired tomorrow. That's why I slept for 5 hours before this, set my alarm. And I got up. Yeah, let's say he's there, so we'll watch Palmer for now. So yeah, I'll have work about 4 hours after the race finishes today, but there we are, it's just one of those things, I suppose. Across the line goes Palmer, does improve. The first driver into the 107s. Palmer got some real pace. Will got Palmer be got pole? Oh, nuts. Okay, he's not improving anymore, he's backed off. What's the flying fish doing? No, fuck the flying fish. I want to call him the floundering fish, because right now he's floundering in P18 like an absolute bozo. But we shall see if he can improve his position as he crosses the line now. Up to P4. Cookslandsy in the process, but is only 600ths of a second off of C. Who is starting his lap now? Or maybe not. I don't know. Probably. California Robertson here, who's in like Germany or something at the minute. He won't go to Groningen. He doesn't want to. Stein's not happy. The chat is positively bustling tonight. That's rather nice. The new season hype. Oh dearie me. This guy wanted to hop on comms while he was in the driving seat, but he's recently just got a parakeet, and that motherfucker does not shut up. He was not coming on the stream. Ain't no way. Do not need the sounds of the Amazon rainforest in the fucking background. Into the pits he goes. Whoa! What's going on today? That was not necessary. Nearly flies into the back of Ado. Okay. Hit 6 on my keyboard. Boom. Pietro Fittipaldi is retired. Here comes Orlando. Across the line. Up into P2. Not gonna lie, Loki thought he might hit the wall down the left hand side, but he managed to resist. This is a little bit of the calm before the storm at the moment. Only 5, 6 now drivers out on track, and waiting to get their laps started for the most part as we draw near to the end of the session. But Ryan Rodds is on a lap, does cross the line, and goes exactly 1/10 of a second faster than Palmer, takes provisional pole position. Adeltonian hopping out of the pits. Let's see who else we got. We got a Williams, I think that is. That's yeah, it's Hightower. crosses the line is 1.3 seconds off, so I'm assuming that was some form of warm-up lap, and the actual hot lap will follow on from here. So that Aston Martin of Fireballer has slowed down. Lansley's retired from the session, so he will not be setting another lap time. Ryan Rod's, I'm assuming, is on an in-lap. About to run out of fuel. Fireball. Oh, oh, Say's retired from the session. He will not be setting another lap time. It's Knuckles in the chat. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. There's 5 people in the chat. We're cooking. It's the tropical blast. It must be. I see no other explanation. Ah, that's nice. Slayerized is 0.2 of a second up. He'll jump up a couple of positions if he can maintain that when he crosses the line, and does hop up to P8. Let's see, Palmer on an outlap, Dave on an outlap, Mackenzie's on an outlap. So, now we wait. Ryan Rodds is going to have a chance to set another lap time as well. He's going to get in there right at the death of the session. I hate when the cinematic camera rides on board because you just can't escape the freaking noise. It's so loud, at least on my end. Anyway, Scott Palmer begins his lap seeking out pole position. Will Scott Palmer get pole? Already over 1/10 of a second up. Slayerized retires. He will not set another lap time. He wouldn't have had time to anyway, even if he wanted to. Dave is on a hot lap as well ahead. I thought he was behind Scott Palmer, but apparently no longer. Dave 0.3 of a second up. This is going to put him pretty close to Scott Palmer territory. We'll see if he can gain time on this long run up to the line. Adel retires from the session. Across the line goes Dace. How much can he improve by? Only up to P3. Narrowly misses out on P2. Though Scott Palmer will likely improve here and does take provisional pole position. So the ball is back in Ryan Rodds' court. Across the line goes Mackenzie. Can't improve. All eyes on Ryan Rodds. Can he find 1/10 of a second and jump up to pole position? I'm going to say more than likely, yes. But we shall see. Very competitive lap time by Scott Palmer. I think it should be a close race. We will see. Across the line goes Ryan Rodds. Does not take pole position. Mackenzie will no longer improve. And I think that's it. I think that's everybody finishing their lap, unless Dace was going for back-to-back hot laps. Nope. Scott Palmer was not either. Which means that Scott Palmer is the first pole sitter of what I believe is season 5 of the Coleslaw Cup. Ryan Rods will line up alongside him on the front row of the grid. Dace in P3 and Lanzi just behind in P4, closing off the second row. We will go all the way through the grid once we get the session concluded. Right now we're just going to watch people drive around for some bloody reason, but you know, we move. You're just joining us on the stream, welcome. The race will be starting shortly. Why am I on board with Fireballer? No. So there you go, confirmation. Got Palmer starts P1 with Vymods alongside him, Dace in P3, Lanzi in P4. P5 will be, say, the Parakeet Man. Coleslaw at P6, the best of the Alpines. Mackenzie P7 with Cynical P8. Fireballer P9. Slayrized will round off the top 10 of the grid. I've got another 20 seconds, so we can go through this nice and slowly. We've got Pietro Fittipaldi. How the mighty have fallen. Not quite mighty, but certainly fallen. Adeltonian P12 alongside him, all Ferrari row. Hightower P13, Caesar P14, A-Dub, Frontline, Ray Lobo, Mini C, Fried Cheeto, and then VTEC rounds off the grid because I took way too many liberties with that 20 seconds and almost ran out of time by the end. So here we are. So now we wait. This is why I'd normally have some sort of entertainment lined up, but we had a big technical difficulty right before the stream, even though everything was set up and everything went into panic mode and we sorted it out. But yeah. There's not much else for me to say. Look, I've got a cocktail book here. Isn't this cool? My friend in work gave me this. The Mixologist's Book of Cocktails. I don't know if we should make one day. Maybe for all of the races that take place in those countries where alcohol is like illegal. We'll flex on them, make a grasshopper or something. The Harvey Wallstone wall banger. The best one, there's one here that is just like a giant chocolate milkshake ice cream thing. I know, right? We looked so good in pre-season Knuckles, and I was hyped as hell, and then it all just stalled. It all just didn't go well for the Seattle Kraken. But we will see. It's almost snowball season. I forgot about that. I need to get some Advocaat. Strawberry daiquiri. Who the fuck is Tom Collins, bro? Why is the glossary? Wouldn't you have the glossary like at the front, like a contents page? The Frozen Mudslide, that's the one. What a name that is. It's on page 34. Look at that bastard. Ooh. Make one of them on stream? Maybe that can be it. Maybe that's the new challenge, is we've got the formation lock to make a cocktail. That'd be quite fun. That's the only issue, is that it'd be at 2:30 in the morning and those shakers are not quiet. They are not, especially when you got the ice in them. Okay, well, we're ready to rumble, it would seem. Everybody getting lined up in their grid spots. Here we go. We never get a good camera angle, but that's something we've got to live with. 5 red lights as we watch from Palmer's POV, and Palmer seems to get away not quite as well as Ryan Rods, who's already down his inside, even though he's starting on hard tyres. Though Got Palmer will lead the way from Ryan Rods, from Dace, from Lanzi, from Say Irons Forever. Coleslaw dropping down to P7 for just a moment before regaining P6 again from Mackenzie. That'll be an interesting fight this race. And running a little wide there is Dace. That could open the door for Lanzi, but he's just a little bit too far back. Dace managing to recover well, as we've got a move here that looked rather ambitious on the front line. The Aston Martin of Fireballer ended up in some trouble at the back there. That's not the start that he would have wanted to the season so far. Got Palmer now already leading the way by over 7/10 of a second. He's really pulling away on a faster tyre compound than Ryan Rods. Dace looks to try and take P2 here though. He's got the slipstream on Ryan Rods. Ryan Rods on the hard tyres, I believe, but Ryan Rods using his ERS, sorry. He'll want to use the battery here to stay within a second to make use of the DRS, which can help keep him close to Palmer. If he can stay in the DRS on slower tyres that last longer, he can be in a really good spot strategically, cancelling out the lack of pace that you have on those tyres by supplementing his pace with the DRS. Okay. An indication of possible race strategies. We could be looking at lap 19 to 27 for Ryan Rods, but we shall see. Dace is not giving Ryan Rods any chance to breathe. He also saved up a little bit more ERS this time around. He's going to use it now in an attempt to get by Ryan Rods, but just doesn't quite look like he's got the pace. Ryan Rods has used up a lot of his ERS already, as to the inside goes Ryan Rods. On Got Palmer, that came a little bit out of nowhere, and Ryan Rods does manage to get past. This might open the door for Dace here as well. He's going to get a better exit than Got Palmer, who was inconvenienced by the line of Ryan Rods. Side by side they go, Dace on the inside, Palmer on the outside. Palmer running slightly wide, and Dace takes that position, so things went from bad to worse there for Got Palmer. Got Palmer got overtaken. Lanzi P4, he has been able to stick close to these guys due to the fighting, and if they fight anymore, it's going to invite Say to creep back inside the DRS range. We'll see, he's got a lot more ERS to use, though it does look like he's struggling just a slight bit on those tyres, but these three drivers no doubt going to be going at it as we approach Turn 1, got Palmer lost the rear of the car a little bit there though, so he's actually fallen a little bit closer to Lanty than he is to Dace ahead, but Dace wants to make the move here for P1 and goes to the outside. Ryan Rods on the inside. Ryan Rods has no reply. He drops down to P2. Dace on his birthday takes the lead of the race. Wow! What have I just witnessed there from Hightower, mate? You love to see it. I just had a feeling. Someone told me, just go look at Hightower. So I scrolled a few. And I just saw absolute kamikaze scenes there. That was amazing. He isn't playing F1 as a sport anymore. He's doing skeleton now. That was wild. Bro forgot that Halloween was yesterday, bro. No more skeletons. The DRS have got Palmer slightly getting cancelled out here by Ryan Rods' DRS that he has from Dace, and even though Ryan Rods is P2, he does look like he is in a good position so far with those hard tyres. New season, new me, says Gabby, who now has a profile picture. What is Sharia doing? Not looking after his ERS, that's what he's doing. What a silly sausage. Dace has made a little break for it this lap so far, though that's the issue with the DRS though for him, is that Ryan Rods is just going to go and he's right back on top of him once more. Well, actually Dace is doing well. He looks at him trying to break the toe, swerving into the pit exit. Pietro Fittipaldi picks up a 3-second time penalty. That name is absolutely wild. Looks like he's just lost the position there to his teammate. Daltonian is passed. Hi. Some temporary yellow flags there in the middle sector. And got Palmer here, wants to make a move now, re-overtake Ryan Rods. It looks like he will do. Ryan Rods is going to be on the outside. We've got Palmer on the inside as we get to turn 1. They're going to try and stick it out. The outside turns to the inside, but it's too late already, and got Palmer who's taken that position. But Ryan Rods will want to answer back quickly if he can, but they'll both have the DRS though from Dace, and we will not see a reply from Ryan Rods yet on this lap. Sharia and Say are getting kind of close together, but not close enough for Sharia's liking. He is still burning through that ERS like there is no tomorrow. He's got Mackenzie behind him. Fried Cheeto makes his way past A-Dub. This is a great little pack at the front here. Dace, Scott Palmer, Ryan Rods, and Lanzi, who's just sort of hanging to the coattails. The battle for the win and the battle for the podium positions all wrapped up into one. I think we can actually breathe this lap because I don't think there'll be an overtake into turn 1. Yeah, Dace's lead not as comfortable as his pace probably warrants with the, of course, the effect of the DRS. Mackenzie looking pretty close though to the back of Sharia Coleslaw. They're both going to have the DRS, but Sharia is going to have the toe from Say, but not forever. And Mackenzie doesn't send it down the inside. Ooh, boring. Send it. The Ferrari's managing to avoid any catastrophic civil wars as Mackenzie retires from the session. I missed that. That's going to be a safety car, because of course it is. What's going on here? That's Sharia Coleslaw off on the side. And Mackenzie is stricken. Adaltonian's picked up a drive-through penalty. I mean, it's all gone awry. Oh god. Well, this hasn't worked in Ryan Rod's favour, I don't believe, because he will have wanted to have taken those hards longer into the race. Got Palmer decides he doesn't want to pit. Dace, Ryan Rods and Lansley all do pit, so that is going to be interesting. Say Hines does not pit either, which I mean is to be expected considering his teammate pitted ahead of him. Can we get a comment from Taylor on what happened there? Can we get some intel? Front line doesn't pit. Will he come out ahead of those three drivers? I do not think so. So got Palmer now is up into P1, Say P2, Dace P3, and this is where the strategy does become important. So we can look and see who has stopped. Only got Palmer, Say, Frontline, Fry Cheeto, A-Dub, Hightower, Mini C and Ray Lobo have not pitted, and that's meant that those guys have all shuffled up the order, though they're going to have a pace disadvantage. Coleslaw span in front of Mackenzie, and Mackenzie could not avoid his Mackenzie's perspective on that incident. It's annoying that we didn't get to see it really. So got Palmer still on the mediums that he started on, Say on the hards that he started on. Dace has gone to the hard tyres. Ryan Rods alternatively has gone to the mediums that he did start on the hard tyres. Then from Lansley all the way down to Mini C, everybody is on hard tyres. Only Lansley and A-Dub, Lansley and Slayerized, sorry, are on fresh hard tyres. Then we've got Cynical, he's on fresh mediums, with Pietro Fittipaldi on fresh hards, as is Sharia Coleslaw, who has a lot of work to do. Caesar went on to mediums. Adaltonian went on to hards with VTEC on the mediums and Fireball on the softs, the only driver on the softs. Mackenzie says, fuck this shit, I'm out. Was I just singing the Homes Under the Hammer theme tune then? I was trying to think what that's from. What a show. What a damn show. My budget's £100,000. Anyway, I'm going to have to close the stream and reopen it because I can't see the comments anymore, which is rather disappointing. Anyway, we should probably go and look at the leaders. Because got Palmer has bolted. Say does a good job of staying with him there, to be fair. And Dace will be wanting to make his way past as quickly as is possible. He's almost pushing Say through the centre S's. He will want to make this move now into turn 3, I believe it is, and does look to have that done. Reinrods even follows him through, and Reinrods runs all the way off the track. Takes the Verstappen line or the Hamilton line, one of the two, I forget which one. Hamilton line, I believe. And oh, what's going on? We've got yellow flags for Ray Lobo and Adaltoni, and they've had an incident. It was just an incident in the race. Lanzi, though, looking to get past Say, who is the cork in the bottle now. He's already forced Lanzi to drop out of what will be the DRS range. What on earth is going on here? Who's this? It's Hightower. And here goes JSR Reinrods, makes the move on Dace. Doesn't have the overspeed to make the move on Palmer, or does he? Pepe, wow! What a move down the inside there by Reinrods. As soon as I said he wasn't going to make the move, I then immediately questioned myself, and I saw a Hightower-esque send there from Reinrods. Adaltonian picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Things really aren't going his way today. But goodness me, what a move from Reinrods, who does have the tyre advantage, it must be said. Front line getting a little bit lost. Reinrods already breaks the DRS range, which could be crucial. Dace will be wanting to make a move here on Got Palmer if he possibly can, and it looks like he most definitely can. Down the inside he goes. I think they still could be alongside each other as they get to the braking zone, but Dace has snuck his way past there and will claim P2. He's got to get a move on now. And behind, got Palmer and Lanzi battling away, and Lanzi picks up the position. Where the hell Lanzi's come from, I don't even know. Cynical gets past Fried Cheeto with a tyre advantage that he has, it's to be expected. Cynical all over the back of Slayerized, but not quite close enough. At least not for the time being. A-Dub has, would seem he is spun. This is Cynical's chance now to make the move on Slayerized. As I sneeze for no apparent reason. This is a point in time where I get my mandatory cold for no apparent reason. Just because it's Coleslaw Cup, and that's what always happens. Anyway, let's get the tyres off, because they're still on the screen. Let's have a look at the positions. Goodness me. So, the biggest loser so far, obviously, going to be Mackenzie, who's DNF'd. The top three all up one position. And that's as a result of got Palmer dropping down. He must have some damage because the pace just isn't there anymore. Say has maintained his position. Fried Cheeto up 11 spots. He's a little bit out of sync due to the safety car pit stops. He has not pitted yet. Shreya down 3 after his spin, but he's doing well to fight back at least. He could probably use another safety car at some point in the future. Ketchup Powley's up 1 place, which has got nothing on the driver behind. VTech, who's up 9 places, but he wants to make that 10 places if he can. But he can't, I don't think, because he's just a little bit too far back, at least for the time being. What a great view, thank you, game. think AW for this season has dropped to no TC. So that's why I believe he doesn't quite have his normal pace. Coleslaw making a move on Fried Cheeto at the place where he spun earlier, and he does get that move done down the inside. That was sort of a rather satisfying move. Lanzy, oh goodness me. Twitchy. Somebody to tell him we stream on YouTube, not Twitch. Don't need to get so twitchy, buddy. Adeltonian picking up a 3-second time penalty because of course he is. And there goes A-Dub around, unfortunately for him. The action petering out for the top group, who did spend so much time close together. Ryan Rod's really making use of his tyre advantage over Dace, who's on the hards. Oh, goodness me. Oh, apologies. VTech could even maybe make a move soon as well. Fireball is going to watch out that he doesn't get lapped at some point because Ryan Rods isn't a million miles away from it. Cynical, in fact, could be looking at making a move here on Say. He has the DRS and the slipstream. The overspeed allowed him to go to the outside and swoop past. Say is unable to defend for the time being. He will have the DRS to try and fight back with, but you can see that car is just sliding around when he tries to turn. It does not have the grip that Say would want it to have. It's closing, but not enough. Now he's going to watch for Slayer Eyes behind, as opposed to Cynical ahead. We've got a move here as well between Fried Cheeto and Caesar. Mini C retires, and that is another safety car. God, we really do need to turn these bloody safety cars down. Either that or just like we need to try and teach people how to drive. Who knows what the solution is? Anyway, will we see pit stops as a result of that? Yes, we will. In goes Ryan Rods to change off those mediums. Dace follows him in on the hards, as does Lanzy. This will, I'm sure, be the opportunity for Say Irons to pit as well. He should have enough separation from his teammate in first. Return of the tyre graphic. Ryan Rods goes back onto his hards. Dace goes to fresh mediums, as does Lanzy. VTech going to carry on, and got Palmer has gone onto fresh softs. Say goes onto the fresh mediums. Schreier onto fresh mediums as well, which is to be expected. And VTech has taken the lead of this race, but not anymore because he's dropping down. Alrighty then. Adeltonian, you make. Take a breath, buddy. Take a breath, man. Because whatever you're doing now clearly ain't working, buddy. Fried Cheeto up in P6 on 17 lap old hard tyres that he has not changed off of. Not once. He's having fun, and that's all that matters. A few drivers on 2 stops now, the top 3 included in that. Most drivers on 1, unless you're an absolute mentalist like Fried Cheeto. Which I mean, you should probably gather from his name. Take a tiny little break from the camera then while we watch the safety car train. VTEC deciding, you know what, actually no, I am going to pit. So he's in. What tyres does he go to? Mediums. No such sanity can be seen from Fried Cheeto though, who continues to stick it out on 17. Probably now actually 18 and a half lap old hard tyres. 17 laps remaining. We're still under the safety car, of course. We're waiting for Fireballer to catch up. Among a few other drivers, Daltonian, and of course, it has to be Hightower. I don't know if that man has ever seen a safety car queue in his life, because he's always half a lap behind it. Ryan Rods is going to struggle on this restart, presumably. I'm not really sure the logic of the strategy he's employing. Fried Cheeto has bottled it as well. I mean, if you were going to pit, why didn't you just pit when everybody else pitted? Or the lap after everybody else pitted? Why wait 2? Or 3? However many it is. It goes into the mediums, I mean... I suppose you have slightly fresher tyres for the restart, but I mean, you don't exactly accumulate a lot of wear while you're driving around in safety car conditions. He should catch up to this train rather quickly indeed. And we will be restarting the race this lap. I mean, I'd be flabbergasted at least if we did not. I'd be positively gobsmacked if we did not restart this lap. Safety car is in this lap. And here we go. Ryan Rods makes a break for it. Caesar struggling there with the traction. That's going to invite some pressure from Got Palmer, who will want to make the move. We can see the fight going on up ahead as well. And those guys are going to hold position for the time being. You'd imagine Dace, though, is just going to be all over the back of Ryan Rods, who has made a questionable strategy, shall we say. And that's Daltonian, whose race goes from, I'm not even going to say bad to worse, goes from horrific to insufferable. Perhaps are more the adjectives to employ for this scenario. But that's wide there from Caesar. Say is going to get himself past, and Siddiqui may even be invited to have a try as well, and he either hits Say or narrowly avoids hitting Say, and Cynical does make the move. Here goes Dace down the inside of Ryan Rods, and that's going to invite pressure on from Lanzi as well. We may also see these guys go 3 wide. Lanzi going to take the outside line. He's going to let these two guys fight away, and Dace should get past Ryan Rods with the grip advantage that he does have. And this is Lanzi's chance now, as their exit is compromised. Lanzi has the overspeed. He goes to the outside, narrowly avoiding the back of Ryan Rods, who sees Lanzi flying past ahead of him. Got Palmer is also going to be invited into this fight on the fresh soft tyres, and he just tries to kill Ryan Rods instead. He says peace was never an option, but luckily they both survive that ordeal. And yeah, got Palmer not seeing any space there on the inside in order to make an opportunistic move, so he has to stick behind Ryan Rods for the time being, though he clearly doesn't want to. Goes to the outside, switches to the inside. He's moving about all over the place, just trying to find an opportunity to sneak his way on by, but such an opportunity not quite presenting itself as of yet. But down the straight, I think we will see that changing, and to the outside goes Palmer. Superior traction on the soft tyres, and Say actually may even be looking to make the move on Ryan Rods here, who is dropping like a stone. And yet, that's another safety car. For what reason? For what reason? For what reason? Someone explain me, please. Well, we'll see what happens here with pit stop strategies. Day stays out, Lanzi stays out, got Palmer stays out, Say stays out, Ryan Rods does not, and Ryan Rods bottles it. Okay, so he goes to soft tyres. He's got 12 laps left, but he also has a 5-second time penalty. Safe to say things have been bottled. Ryan Rods going full Adaltonian mode. And off goes Dace. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Cynical trying to stay with Say here as they to make the moves. We'll have another look on the tyres just in case you were wondering. It did seem that there were not many pit stops though. It was just Ryan Rods and Caesar and Adaltonian. Ryan Rods, I'm sure we will see him flying up the field now. Hopefully this will be a straight shoot to the finish from here on out. 3 safety cars is certainly too many. Pietro Fittipaldi behind Coleslaw and losing time to him with a penalty as well on top of that. 11 laps remaining. Got Palmer on the back of Lancy. He wants to make a move using the tyre advantage that he has accrued. Through the use of the soft tyre to the inside, he goes. Dace heads fastest lap of the race, immediately beaten by Got Palmer, who goes down the inside and immediately beats Lancy to P2. Got Palmer maybe even senses a win here. We'll see. Dace wants to win this one as well on his birthday, but Got Palmer wants to spoil the birthday party. Rymod setting the fastest lap of the race much later, and that'll actually be a relief for any of the drivers at the front that don't have the full track map on to see the fastest lap from Rymod's popping up quite that late, after they'd already crossed the line a little while before. Anyway, let's get this turned around. God knows, Knuckles, there's a new bug every week, mate. It's just one of them. DRS now enabled, says race control. Much to the delight of safe, I would imagine. I don't think Dace will be quite as happy to see the rear wings of the drivers behind opening up. Fried Cheeto makes his way past A-Dub. What a name. We've got some wild names out there today. Got Palmer still pursuing Dace. He will have the DRS now down the straight. Though it does look like, yeah, those softs probably are starting to go off now. Just had to clear my nose for a second. Apologise about that. Slow Rise makes his way past front line, who is nowhere near the front, ironically. And well, he's in P9. He's doing all right. Solid. Though we'll see if Rymods will get past in a few laps' time. He's going to be on an absolute mission. Coleslaw and Pietro Fittipaldi still pretty inseparable, and Lanzi probably senses a P2 here. You know, there's another 8 laps left on those tyres. Forgot Palmer. That's gonna be painful. Granted, a lot of the laps that he has spent on those soft tyres have not been racing laps. They've been on the safety car, but still. They're going to be going off, and they, I think, already are, it would seem. I think Dace will at some point break the DRS. In fact, it will likely be this lap. That's going to be my prediction. I'm going to predict Got Palmer to not have the DRS on the next straight that we get to. We'll see. Pietro Fittipaldi does get past Coleslaw. Coleslaw gets back past Pietro Fittipaldi. Such fun. Looks like I may have actually been wrong about that DRS prediction. We'll see. We've got a couple corners left to go. But you can see that that time difference is creeping up. Yeah, I was just wrong, but still. The gap grows and grows every single lap, it would seem. Dace probably feels pretty comfortable, to be honest. I'm sure he knows that he's in a good spot. Each lap it becomes more and more difficult for Got Palmer to stick with him, and look at that gap now, 9/10 of a second. So I was one lap off, I think, with my prediction. I think this lap we will see Got Palmer losing the DRS, but he is earning a lot of DRS to try and stay within it. Corner cutting and gained 1 place. Ryan Rod's a 5-second time penalty. It's all going wrong. It's all collapsing in itself. Slayerized is now joining onto this battle for P6 as Pietro Fittipaldi and Coleslaw have been fighting quite a lot. Maybe I was wrong again, because Got Palmer has managed to sneak his way back up to date a little bit here now. He's even closer than he was the previous lap, likely as a result of him absolutely smashing his ERS button to pieces. Lanzi has dropped off. Lanzi fell off. Talking about falling off, Slayerized fallen off the track and can't get back on it again. Almost surprised that's not given us a safety car. Shouldn't have spoken too soon, he's still parked up. Right, Slayerized, what are you doing, mate? Drive. What on earth? What is this blood doing? Palmer now so close to Dace. What's going on? And he has the ERS advantage at this time. Slayerized makes his way past Fireballer. Ryanrod's up to P8 as he gets past front line. He's on an absolute mission. Which I suppose is to be expected, given the scenario. This could be Got Palmer's chance to take the lead here, which I did not see. I did not predict. I did not foresee this occurring, though it doesn't look like he will be able to make a move to turn 1. Dace just got too good of an exit on to the straight, but this is rather interesting. Coleslaw and Pietro Fittipaldi. Is it a lap of the race? Yes. Well then, they are fighting. That's like the flowchart. Shreya wants to defend here from Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi goes on the inside. They are going to make a little bit of contact there because Fittipaldi can't hold his line, but Shreya is going to maintain P6, and Reynolds will be approaching this battle at a rate of knots. With those penalties though, it doesn't matter how quickly he gains, so I suppose he's gaining at a rate of forget-me-nots. Flower power, motherfucker, hell yeah. Got Palmer is just hovering at the minute, probably the best way to describe it, but he's pressuring Dace into using ERS. 15 laps now for Got Palmer on those tyres, 15 laps as well for Dace, of course, but on a more durable tyre compound. I mean, we should be seeing Dace having an advantage here, but we just aren't really. That's not materialising just yet. Palmer's been playing this quite well with the using the ERS at the right times to pressure the car ahead. Pietro Fittipaldi and Shreya Coleslaw, of course, they are a stone's throw away from each other. Goodness me, I do apologise. The flashing red light on the back of Dace's car is an absolute dinner bell for Got Palmer. He really isn't letting this win slip away. He wants it. But Lanzi could let the podium slip away. Reynolds makes his way past Shuri Coleslaw. Say putting a lot of pressure on Lanzi for the last of the podium positions. Fight there as well between Fried Cheeto and Frontline as Fried Cheeto makes his way by and then goes completely off track in the process. Wondering if Palmer is just waiting for the next lap in order to launch his sort of Hail Mary attack. He's saving up a lot of ERS. He's done very, very well on that side of things with the ERS management. And Dace is going to be under a lot of pressure now. Say does finally get his way past Lanzi. Lanzi wants to fight it back. That's a little bit unconvincing, sorry. Down the inside, he's going to switch back and Lanzi will have the DRS here to fight this one back. Got Palmer, isn't quite close enough today, so we don't have to worry about that quite yet. And down the inside does go Lanzi. And he makes the move on Say. Say may want to switch back this one though and try and fight it as they get to the uphill section, but he's just going to have to stay behind for the time being. But at least Say now does know that he can make the move on Lanzi. He just has to do a better job of defending afterwards. And that's A-Dub facing the wrong way. I'm sure he's going to be having to push here now to try and avoid being lapped. Here we are, this is it. This is where I got Palmer will get Dace. He has too much of an ERS advantage. Dace disappears behind got Palmer, who had massive overspeed, which is to be expected. Dace picks up a 3-second time penalty, and surely that's it. Surely that is it. It is finito. Pietro Fittipaldi's lost the car right at the DRS detection point in Sector 3, and that is surely the bottle from Dace that we've all come to expect. Even on his birthday, he can't stop disappointing. Oh well. Fried Cheeto and Frontline are in the wars again. It is the final lap of this race, if anybody didn't notice already. Palmer is going to cross the line to take the win, even though Dace pips him almost at the line, but not quite. And here goes Lanzi and Say. It's going to be close. Say takes the podium on the line. Photo finish. Lance Stroll, Valtteri Bottas, Baku moment. Cynical takes P5. Ryan Woods takes provisional P6, but that will not remain the case as he drops down now to P7. Fried Cheeto will cross the line and not quite be close enough, I don't think, to inherit a position there from Ryan Woods, and he is not, as he receives a rather, let's just not even characterise that. Ray Lobo takes P10, Pietro Fittipaldi, the first of the drivers outside of the top 10. Fireball crosses the line for P13 with Slayer Rise behind in P14, followed by his teammate Caesar in the Haas in P15. VTEC, he will take P16. He's got Edeltonian a fair way behind him. Ador, but the only driver, I believe, to not finish on the lead lap. Obviously, with the exception of the two drivers that did not finish at all. That has been your Coleslaw Cup grand opening. Suppose that I don't know what else to characterise it really. Fried Cheeto picks up driver of the day. It was a good race. That was a good race. I enjoyed that. The photo finish there with Say was rather entertaining. Yeah. that was the race, guys. See you back here next weekend. Not weekend. Well, race weekend, I suppose. But at least in game. But next Wednesday. It'll be Wednesday, my dudes. Where it will unfortunately be back to 2:30 AM. Much sad. Big sad. We witnessed the podium celebrations. Even in the game, we have to watch Red Bull win, and even in the game, it's only one Red Bull driver on the podium. Of course, the other Red Bull driver being beaten by an AlphaTauri driver. But I can't really characterise the Alfa Romeo in P2 as anything realistic. Ryan Mods did take the fastest lap of the race, a 109.9. It wasn't really too close. In terms of the fastest lap, 4/10 clear of Got Palmer. So these are also your championship standings, at least in terms of the order of the drivers. Got Palmer leads the championship after round 1 with Dace just behind him in P2 and Sayan Irons Forever in P3, the new driver to the racing series. Lanzi P4, Cynical P5. Good start from Cynical there. Sharir P6, around where you'd probably expect to be. Alright guys, I'm going to end it off there. I'm going to alt-tab over to Streamlabs in just a moment and end the stream. So thank you all for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this. We had quite a fun race here today. It was a rather entertaining one. So we'll see you all next time.